Hello everybody, welcome to OriginalContentHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. Today we're covering the 6.5 anniversary part 2 bingo. There's another 3,000 gems up for grabs here, so obviously worth doing. You normally only get 1,000 for like collaboration events. 3,000 here, very nice. The first mission, very simple. You have to do it over the course of 2 days. Summon on the free daily 6.5 anniversary part 2 gacha 2 times. You summon on it once, come back the following day, summon on it again. It's the same as the last time. You're getting these rings, and these can be traded in for rewards. You don't even need to get one rainbow one. Just get enough silvers and golds. You can trade up for a rainbow one. You can get 1,000 gems for the exchange later. Pretty nice. Mission 2. Clear the daily 6.5 anniversary part 2 quest 1 time. This is just like the part 1 6.5 anniversary daily quest, in that you just have to tap them. Like you don't have to do anything special with your team building. Don't have to do anything special with damage. You just gotta tap. Any damage should be enough, and you have cleared this stage. Now you got like another, as of me uploading this, probably about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks to finish this bingo. So plenty of time, and considering this is one of the easiest bingos we've had, I do believe. There's maybe only like one bit that's like a little bit tricky, but there's no like, if you're playing along at home, you may already be finished with this bingo quite quickly, simply because it was just that easy to do. There's no quiz or anything like that. So pretty nice. At the end of this event, we are sort of expecting another collab. Don't know what that's going to be, but hopefully something very cool. Mission 3. Trade in the silver rings at the daily exchange. As you can see, I've just gone and bought that. You can buy any item you can purchase with silver rings, but that is one of the better ones. And that's it. You made one purchase. You've done that mission. Next up, Mission 4. Clear the designated story mode stage, which I am showing right here. This guy, got to beat this guy. And you just got to beat it once. You just got to beat it once, which is not too difficult. There is one event on here that you just have to challenge, but most of the events you have to clear. And this is one of the ones you have to clear. We'll talk about the one you have to challenge later, because that one is legitimately more on the difficult side. But this one, I think with the team building, I got a little bit lazy, which is why you can see me sort of struggling a little bit, umming and ahhing. How am I gonna do this? If I remember correctly, the way this works, the freeze is not particularly potent on this stage. However, I do believe it comes back. Whereas on a lot of stages, you clear it once and it's gone. It either comes back or it gets replaced with another debuff. So with some of these story mode stages, they're kind of a little bit more on the tricky side. A lot of the time with freeze, you get rid of it, it's gone, and that's the gimmick done for that stage. But not always the case, especially in story mode. They love doing tricky stuff. Some of the stages we're doing today have like 5 different gimmicks, which is not particularly common among advent stages or anything like that. But in story mode, they love doing that stuff. They're like, oh, it's not as difficult in terms of damage and health and stuff, so you can just, you just have to build a really complicated team. So you saw in the first turn there was no bomb or anything. Now we just had freeze, and now we've got a landmine, we've got hill barrier, and we've got the chest debuff, which means if we don't do a good enough combo, it's going to boost his attack. So we've got to do that within the time limit. But once again, if I recall correctly, these debuffs are not particularly potent. If you let the bomb hit you, it probably won't do much damage. The freeze, if you don't clear the freeze, not the freeze, sorry, the heal barrier, again, I think it is probably just going to not heal him for that much. So it doesn't really matter. And the attack boost is not going to be that high, so it doesn't really matter. So like, all in all, quite an easy stage. But this was like a stage 3 of like one of the story events. A lot of the time it goes up to like much higher numbers, and the higher numbers are the more challenging ones. So this is like the entry level for this. I think this character does have an advent stage as well you can farm him on. But you can see here, like, we didn't even clear the heal barrier, but the heal he got from it was negligible. And we were able to damage him and deal with him, and it's no problem. Easy peasy. That wasn't even like a good team or nothing. Just amazing. This one is harder. Mission 5. I had a bit of trouble even finding this, but you have to clear this top event here, but that's like a story mode stage. So I'm going to show you the stage, the final boss stage of this event that you have to clear before you unlock that story mode stage. And this is a little bit harder. This, as I was saying before, multiple gimmicks at work here. And you never really know going into these stages how tough it's going to be, how like restrictive the gimmick is going to be. Because the wall debuff, for example, that could be really difficult to deal with because you have to combo into it in order to get rid of it, but you can't combo through it. So it's fucking up all your combos, and that applies even the turn that you get rid of it. So even the turn that you've destroyed it, it literally shows on the screen it's done. You still can't combo through it during that turn. You have to wait until the next turn. Now, the strategy I went with here was attacking the one that doesn't have a barrier. So if you could do 12 hits worth of damage, 12 combo, I should say. It's not 12 hits. If you could do a 12 combo in the first turn, then you can hit any of them. But because of the wall, that's a little bit more difficult. It's possible to do a 12 combo. And I think I actually do a 12 combo here. But it's not something I found to be reliable. So if you aim for this guy first, you can kill this guy. And the hope is that you get rid of the wall during this turn and get rid of that guy. And then you can go over to the other one the following turn with no wall getting anywhere and you'll be able to do the combos. But I got the combo, turn 1, pretty nice. This is a good run, actually. And, yeah, you just... Once you beat those two, then you can focus on the middle. So we did enough for a 12 combo to get past that guy. Those two are gone. And now it's just the boss in the middle. Damage, I should mention, is not that high on this stage. Like, you're really not going to suffer too much. It's just sort of... Deal with the debuffs, whittle them down, easy peasy. Once the combo barrier is gone, the boss is weakened. And then you've just got to kind of micromanage the gimmicks here. We had like a copy debuff there. That's what Tantra is for. By the way, what I said before about having a bad team, this is different. This is a good team. This team has multiple special units in it. Like, I put a lot of effort into making this team just right to deal with this boss and not have it take like 50 turns. So this is not even a fantastic combo here, as you can see, but the damage is good. She is weakened, so she was in a vulnerable state anyway. We dealt with all the various combos and stuff, the various debuffs. The only one we didn't deal with was the attack up one, but because we defeated the boss, it didn't matter. And that is mission 5 cleared masterfully by me, except no, it's not, because beating the boss was not the mission. So you have to actually come out. You finish that, you come out, and then there's all those story mission things where you just watch the story back, basically. You have to clear all of those after the boss, and then the final one in this section, you have to finish. You have to read, I guess. You can skip through it as I'm about to do. You do that, and then you've cleared mission 5. Not before that. So that one, I don't know why I had trouble finding that, but I did, but I found it, so it's fine. Mission 5 clear. Mission 6, clear any advent stage 5 times. I'm not going to show you me clearing an advent stage, but this is what the advent stages are. You can see this section here. If you haven't done any of the ReZero stuff, like I have, I've missed a few there, you can do that, and that will count as long as it's within this section here. And I'm going to show you the options that I choose to get the easy route. So the first option I chose was like ones I hadn't finished, and then those are the 3 lowest difficulties. If you got all that selected, there are loads of easy ones you probably haven't cleared yet, and that's an easy way to get through those advanced stages and get some gems while you're at it potentially. So very nice. Mission 7, clear the daily version of the Demon God Second Coming Atonement. I don't know what this guy is. Looks like some kind of Gundam. Looks like some kind of Transformer. I don't even know. But it looks cool. And I hadn't done this stage before. I jumped in for this event. You do not have to clear this. You only have to challenge it. You can literally go in, die, And you did it. You've cleared the mission. But I'm gonna show me clearing it. And I don't know how I did this. This is a very carefully chosen team. You can see I've got like 4 stars in here. I've got Kotodaman original characters in here. This was difficult. I didn't really have the best units for this. A lot of the collab units I have great gimmick coverage, but I guess in this particular case, I just wasn't set up. I needed mostly purple units, and I needed to deal with various debuffs that I just wasn't prepared for it. So somehow I assembled a team. And these are all units that would be doing decent damage right now, if not for that damage reduction shield, and therefore they are doing nothing. Except for Gopher. Gopher is a 4-star, 5-star. Gopher would not be doing a lot of damage. But, so we have to deal with the thing where it switches out the Hiragana, we have to deal with the red shield, and we have to deal with the bomb. So it's not easy. Now, I do believe you just need to get combos for the bomb. It's not specifically purple type, even though I am specifically using purple type. So gotta hit those combos, and you also have to get rid of these shields. And as you can see, oh, so close, I didn't get rid of the shield. I got rid of 2 of them, and I got rid of the bomb, but I didn't get rid of the shield. But I got rid of enough of the shields that I can do some damage, which is nice. It's really not a lot though. It's really, while he's still got that shield up, we're really not doing very much. Then again, these were not the best characters to be doing damage with, so whatever. And unlike the wall debuff, the damage reduction, once it's gone, even if it's the same turn, you'll do the damage, so it's good. I got a couple of like interesting like Kotodaman originals that had Hiragana I needed. So whether or not they were actually good or not didn't matter. I just needed the Hiragana with that specific debuff resist. Like that, the one I had on the end there before the top. I needed that character, I needed them. So whether they were actually going to do good damage or not didn't really matter. They just had to get the job done, which they did spectacularly, by the way. And we've got Pencilgon here, who typically does do quite nice damage, but obviously we're not really set up to do amazing damage, so we're just sort of doing what we can. Luckily, that character also heals, which is fantastic. But the big thing is, once the damage reduction is gone, once the bombs are gone, once all of that has been dealt with, now it's time for the enemy to become vulnerable. This is how it typically works on these stages. The enemy is vulnerable. Let's go. We still have to deal with the debuff, sadly. We have to deal with the switcheroo debuff. We still have to deal with the attack up boost if we mess up. So it can quickly go wrong on this stage. If you're taking the bomb damage on the turns when the bomb's there, if you're just taking hits from the boss over and over again, yeah, that's not gonna work. You're gonna die. Again, you don't have to beat this. I'm just doing this for the sake of showing you how you might do it. But you do not have to. You absolutely do not have to. So as you can see, in terms of the weakness, in terms of the accumulation of weakening debuffs to him and attack up buffs to my team, I get to actually slightly do more damage this turn, which was really nice. And the boss is not looking too hot. It was also good that we got that attack up buff. Every time there's one of these attack up buffs, it can go one way or the other. You hit the criteria, great, your units get buffed. You don't hit the criteria, bad, enemy gets buffed. And I think that's actually a really cool game mechanic, because it doesn't guarantee, it's not like the bombs that like do ridiculous damage. It doesn't guarantee you die, but with that attack up buff, you're going to die quicker. You're going to take more damage. And so if you're not prepared for that, you might die. But the attack up buff for me might also mean that he will die. It doesn't guarantee he'll die. On some of these stages, when you get the bomb right, it throws the bomb at the enemy and they die. Not always, but on some of them. But in this case, it doesn't guarantee you're going to die. It doesn't guarantee he's going to die. It's just giving us the advantage because we did the right thing. We got the criteria met. And well, he didn't really have any control over the situation other than throwing a bunch of debuffs on the board, which I do not appreciate dealing with. I've got a lot of use out of this Lloyd Forger because, well, he's just perfect for this stage. And even some of these Kotodaman originals, perfect for this stage. And then Yome Himejima to finish it off. And we actually did it. We beat the stage. You didn't have to, but we did. So, Mission 7, definitely complete. Mission 8 is just to create 4-letter characters. So, you know, 4-letter words. Words that use 4 different hiragana. Make those 4 combos a total of 50 times. So any of the times that you did it on the way to this point in the missions, where we are now, those will have counted. And if you haven't hit that goal, you could just go on and do more advent stages, any stages, and just get those combos, and you'll get it. It's pretty straightforward. I think I had mine done pretty much by the time I'd finished those missions, so it's really not too bad. And that's Mission 8, easy peasy. Now Mission 9, even easier. You just have to clear the daily 6.5 anniversary part 2 quest a second time. You did it once for the first mission, do it again. So for that mission of a mission 2, I think it was, no, mission 1 and mission 2 and mission 9, I don't know. Anyway, there's one where you had to do the daily quest and there's one where you have to do the daily gacha. It will take you a total of 2 days to complete all the missions because you can't complete them all on the same day. But other than that, very, very easy. Very, very easy missions. So much easier to edit as well. I didn't have to do all the like quiz and all of this stuff. None of that. No messing about. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, we get to look forward to the new collab that we're expecting towards the end of the month, last few days of the month. Don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what I'm hoping for, really. You know, I've been watching the 7 Deadly Sins sequel and I've been really enjoying it. So maybe 7 Deadly Sins, it did get a collab before. Maybe we can get another one. Maybe we can get one for the sequel. I don't know. It could be anything. Could be anything. But that's the end of the bingo. Job done. There's your 3,000 gems, whatever. There is a part 2, but as you know, we don't do the part 2s unless they have gems, which this does not. Might be worth doing for the rewards, but it is what it is. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.